Well, we are at Lake Fort Smith today. The sun is just now coming over the horizon, and we are standing in front of the Ozark Highlands Trail, right next to the visitor center here at Lake Fort Smith. And as soon as the sun peeks over those trees, we're going to get started on the trail. So I'm going to walk around the lake this way, around, and meet back up with the trail somewhere in that area. We got a little bit of orange today, some more on my back there. Today is the first day of Modern Gun Youth Hunt. So where I'm standing right now should be a waterfall, but there's no water here, which is surprising because it's been raining pretty good the past couple days. But yeah, no waterfall today. Well, it is about lunchtime for me, and I think I have found the perfect spot to sit and have lunch. I mean, breakfast. It's breakfast time for me. I think I found the perfect spot to sit and have breakfast. Breakfast of champions. Whoa, I just stepped in the water. See how waterproof my shoes are still. That right there is Shepherd Spring. I should have known that there'd be water right under there. But oh well, we'll dry it out as we walk, huh? Okay, that's nice. That's nice how they built the rock around this spring. There's a little pipe coming out here. You can get water anytime. Well, right off the trail here is another chimney. Well, I wasn't sure if the Shepherd Springs Loop come out on the Ozark Highlands Trail or not, but it does. That's the Shepherd Springs Loop right there. I came from that way, hiking along, continuing on that way. Well, that's cool. So right here on the other side of me, the trail splits. The OHT obviously goes up because there's a blaze, but if you weren't paying attention, you'd walk right past it and no telling what's in front of me. Come from right back here, and the trail just continues on. If you're not paying attention, you'll miss the blaze right up there. So it looks like the OHT leaves the water at this point, and I'll hike up into the woods a bit and on around, and then go back and cross the water down that ways a bit. I don't know why I don't stay on this trail, but I'm going to keep following the white blazes. Well, I went up right back there. Woo! And it brought me right back down to the same trail again. So technically I could have stayed on that trail, but I didn't. I followed the blazes. There's one. and I came down that way. Oh well, there's a trail marker. Looks like hiking only at this point. No horses, no motorcycles, dirt bikes, ATVs, and down there, no mountain bikes. It's just us hikers from here on out. All right. Looks like we've made it to the crossing. There's my blaze over there. So now to get across. I've unbuckled my belt. That way, in case I do fall down, my backpack's not weighing me down. I can just let it go. Everything in it can get wet and dry, and it won't hurt it. So I'm just taking it nice and slow. If I was smart, I would have left one of my trekking poles out and used that to help guide myself across this water. I just crossed that water there. The water runs off right over here, and there's a little waterfall, which is cool. And we'll be walking right across the top of that waterfall and get to the trail on the other side. This is nice. Well, I've made it back down to the lake. Maybe you can see it. I'm walking alongside the lake again, but the lake's on the other side of me now. Well, I found another campsite. That's cool. Oh, and a nice creek. This must be Jack Creek here. All right, well, it is just a little after 12 and I'm at mile marker 7, and I started at 7:30 this morning, so 7:30, 8:30, 9:30, 10:30, 11:30, 4.5 hours, 7 miles. Not bad. Maybe I can make another mile before 1 o'clock. Surely I can, huh? I think I'm gonna camp around mile marker 10, so I've only got about 3 more miles to go for the day. All right, I'm sitting here thinking that I hadn't even made it to mile marker 6 yet, because surely I'd see mile marker 6, right? But there was no mile marker 6. There was nothing saying you're entering the Ozark National Forest, which I thought happened at mile marker 6 also. So I'm gonna go ahead and get my orange front and center. I've got a vest I can wear on the front of my chest. I'll probably go ahead and do that too. Here we go. It is 12:45 and I'm passing mile marker 8. And there's a campsite coming up, but I'm not going to stop at that one. I'm going to make it another 2 miles and camp near mile marker 10 at Hurricane Creek. Check out these colors behind me. That's why I pulled the camera out, so I could see the colors. Who cares where I'm going to camp at, right? Look at all that. yellows and some reds and some greens. Yep, I found the creek again. So the trail goes across right up there, carries on that way, but it seemed easier to cross this water right here, so this is what I've done. Look how nice that water looks. Pretty. Very pretty area. So this is another campsite here. Table and chairs and fire pit and everything you can imagine. Well, there it is. Mile marker 9. It's 1:45. That mile took an hour. That was a tough mile. Okay, well, I am about to start going down Patrick Mountain. And at the very bottom of it is my long-awaited campsite. Here's a thru hiker registration box. Here it is. I'm gonna fill the card out and put on there where I started, where I intend to stop. All right, I have made it down to Hurricane Creek. Somewhere around here is where I will be spending the night. It's hunting season. Never be too careful. How do I look? Do I look noticeable? That's the goal. I want to look noticeable. Okay, well, it is 8:08 in the morning. I'm gonna hike up Richardson Mountain and then up White Rock Mountain. Once I get to Dockery's Gap, I've been there before, so I've seen it before, but not at this time of year, so there's no telling what you'll see, you know. It's gonna be pretty, no doubt. So I shot quite a bit of video at camp last night, so I may just make a separate video camping on the Ozark Highlands trail and kind of leave the trail off of it. That way people who want to watch a camping video can do that. People who want to watch a trail video, they can watch a trail video. Also, putting the vest on front, it didn't work, it kept falling off. So I'm just going to drape it over my neck and hope that I am noticeable. Whew. Well, I'm at the top of Richardson Mountain, I think. Probably need to check the map to make sure. It's about 9:15 in the morning, so I've been hiking for a little over an hour now. Can't see it too well, but right over there is a little swamp area. Marshy land. It's cool. And right up here, I see mile marker 12. Check it out. Ta-da! 6.5 to go. Now I'm having deja vu. Last time I said this exact same thing. Here's a nice campsite right past mile marker 12. So if you do 12 miles in a day, there's a campsite here waiting on you. I guarantee I said that same thing in the last video. Well, I just got passed by my first hiker. One of the guys that was still sleeping when I walked by him this morning, or not sleeping, but packing camp up. Mile marker 13. I knew it was here. I remember this area. This is pretty. It's pretty flat for the next 2 miles, so I should be able to make good time. If there's anything good to see, I'll pull out the camera and record. I'm really happy I put these little snacks in my pocket earlier, because that's perfect right now. Good. So it's 10 o'clock in the morning, passing mile marker 13. Okay, so I was wrong. We're still going up. Up, up, up. You can't tell, but we are. I wonder what draws him to the white. That's cool. Alright, see you later, dude. Alright, it is 10:30 and I'm at mile marker 14, so I'm making a little bit of ground. It's easier on flatter land. Although this isn't 100% flat, there's still ups and downs every 100 yards, but you know, it's different than straight up. That's White Rock Mountain. That's where I'm headed. It is 11:06 at mile marker 15. Here's another one. They hang out on the white blazes. I don't get it. I've seen maybe 4 or 5 like that. I'm not gonna bother you. You can hang out there. That's weird. Just made it to the road, and that sign there says White Rock Mountain is 1 mile up that road. That means I could be there in 15 minutes. If I took the road, but that's cheating, isn't it? Can't take the road. Gotta stay on the trail. So, I've been wearing this orange right around my neck like this. I think it makes me pretty visible. Take it off every now and again when it gets too hot. But I passed the hiker that passed me earlier. So, slow and steady wins the race. There it is. I'm keeping it in my sights. Well, the hiker that I've been racing, he passed me again. But I talked to him for a minute. Seems like a pretty cool dude. Said that he was at Mount Magazine a few days ago and that the colors look pretty good down there, so that's cool. I have not seen mile marker 16 yet, though I feel like I'm due for it. I did sit down and take a break, so my timing is a little off now. There it is. I told you I was due for it. I figured I should. I don't know what time it is. Hold on. Can't tell you how many times I've dropped those trekking poles. It is 12 o'clock, 11:57, mile marker 16. Okay, well, I found a little waterfall. I'm sure it's rain runoff, and I'm glad I found it because I haven't had any water since this morning at Hurricane Creek. So I'm gonna sit here for a minute and drink some water, get some water to carry with me, and then scale this mountain. Okay, so I've heard about other people getting confused right here at this spot, and I myself got a little confused last time I was here. So if you're hiking the OHT, and you come to this intersection with this sign, you go left. This way. If you follow this trail, that takes you on the Shores Lake Loop Trail, which is a really pretty trail, but it's 13 miles long. So go left here. Now there's another intersection about a mile from here, maybe a little less, and we'll check that out too. But it's another confusing spot, even more confusing than this spot here. But I've seen probably half a dozen people just this year get turned around right in this area. And it's marked, you just got to pay attention to what the signs say. So I'm going to get up here and I'm going to do the best that I can to kind of show the best direction to go if you're trying to go to White Rock Mountain or stay on the OHT. Well, I see a mile marker on this tree. Let's see, where are we? 17. I did see a couple other hikers. Stop and talk to them for about 15-20 minutes. They were from Chicago, out here doing the whole trail. Kudos to you two guys. One of them was doing it with 2 backpacks on. He was a pretty stout looking dude, so he'll probably be all right. Well, got about 1.7 miles to the top of the mountain. About exactly 1.7 miles to the top of the mountain. And then I can take this bag off. Okay, so this is the area that I was talking about, or this is the spot that I was talking about. The Ozark Highlands trail goes right. I just hiked in this way. The trail itself goes right. It follows the Shores Lake Loop along this point right here. If you go left, however, or straight, let's call it left. If you go left, that takes you up to White Rock Mountain. Lots of people get confused here that they're trying to go to White Rock Mountain and they take a right and stay on the Shores Lake Loop Trail and the OHT, and that's not right. You take a left and hike up the mountain if you want to go to White Rock. If you're trying to skip White Rock, then you hike right down this way and you turn here. They got a new register box there. That wasn't here last time I was here, so that's cool. I've already put my name in the book, and yeah, so let's head on up to White Rock Mountain and check out the views. Okay, well, I'm up on top. I've made it to the summit of White Rock Mountain. I enjoyed myself. That was a good trip. It didn't get too cold, didn't get too windy. There's plenty of pretty views to see. The only thing left on my list is to look out from the vista point on White Rock, where the pavilion is, and I'm pretty sure I'm pretty close. So that's a wrap. Thanks for watching. Next time I'm gonna start at Cherry Bend and do section 3, so that'll be fun. Yeah, that's it. That's another one done. Check out all those colors. Man, oh man, I just can't get over it. Even the sky is a perfect color of whatever color it is. Gray and orange. Cool stuff.